It's my 24th birthday and I'm crossing one of the most dangerous parts of the Mississippi River. It's day 6 of my trip and I've got about 2,000 miles left to the Gulf, but first I need to cross Lake Winnibigoshish, which measures 17 miles straight across and is known for its large and unpredictable waves. It is 4:45 in the morning, getting ready to take off on my little birthday float across Winnie. Well, here we go. Alright, so I stopped because I had to pee and I thought maybe I was like halfway. Turns out I'm only like 3 miles across it, so I put the deck cover on. And we're gonna go for it. I don't know where. So there were 4 of us paddling together. And then 2 of them were low, so me and the other guy kept going. And I think the other guy cut off towards the center more, which is not really something that I'm willing to do, so. Guess I'm solo. I do see lots of boats out there, so. It's not like I'm alone on the lake, but yeah, let's get after it. My freaking update, my freaking GPS in my phone is telling me that I'm going the wrong way. But I've been following the shoreline on my right side the whole time. So typically, I would not be a guy to ignore the GPS. And I would think that something's wrong, but I just don't see how I possibly could have gotten turned around, because on the map it looks like this is literally just one big bowl, and I've had the shoreline on my right side the whole time, so hopefully when we get up to this point up here, it's clear that I'm going the right way, otherwise it would really suck. I am taking a little break to refuel. I could not tell you the last time I was this tired at 10:30 in the morning. Pretty exhausted, but wind hasn't been too bad, so I gotta be grateful for that. I think I got about 5 miles left on this lake, probably. All right, 50 likes and I jump on this thing. I've been able to see the dam for like 20 minutes, but it's been a bit of a headwind. No big waves, but just enough to be annoying, so. As has been told, it's not gonna. Damn, and there's nowhere to get out, it doesn't look like, so I need to be really careful approaching this thing. Can you see me? I made it across Big Winnie, and my battery is low. I didn't take too many videos because I was just trying to survive it, but it feels good to be done with that. There were some pretty big waves for the first few miles, and then after that it was more so just tiring, so it feels good. Been portaging for like 45 minutes and I finally just gave up on the portage wheels. Just gonna carry it. The problem is I got all this random crap, so it takes me a few trips, but I should have done it from the get because it's not that far, at least to the top, where I could probably use the portage wheels. I just, you know, sunk costs and all that. Yes, that's an econ term. After a nice little regroup session, I called home. I had some food. I walked around a little bit. I think I'm going to push about another 5 miles.
Probably get to camp around 3:30 or 4. Set up camp, have a nice fire, and let the celebrations begin. I don't think I'm going to see the other canoers that I was with this morning, but it is what it is.
You know, truly, words cannot really express how good it feels to be done with Winnie. That is something that has been giving me a little bit of stress and anxiety from the very start, and really from when I really started looking into what this upper section and the whole river would entail. I knew that Winnie was a big lake, and I had seen some people talk about how they tipped there and needed rescued, and some people were stuck there for, you know, days and days and days, and they couldn't cross. Feels really good to be done with that. Now, at the same time, it feels a little bit weird because it's like, kind of want to celebrate, you know. This is a very peaceful lake. I've been going through a lot of resort-style lakes the last few days, and this is a lot more wilderness, I think. Just looking across the lake, you don't see anything. No houses, no nothing. And I believe that is probably because this is part of Chippewa National Forest. And as my friend told me on Thursday, somewhere where I should have bear spray because one of his coworkers got charged by a black bear in the woods in Chippewa National Forest. I do not have bear spray, so hopefully I don't need it. Going through this part of the river feels very unique to me. Not only unique for this trip, but unique for anything that I've seen. It's very green. It's partially wetland, it's partially forest, and then you also have these grasslands here, kind of like you would have, you know, down in Iowa where I grew up. While I'm finishing up my paddle for the day, there was something very strange that happened on Winnie. So the first few miles were pretty rough. I was taking on a small amount of water from the bow. So what I did naturally is I decided, hey, I have this spray skirt, might as well throw it on. Pulled over, put the spray skirt on. I get back out in the water, dead still. Okay? Is it a coincidence? Probably. But it's almost like the lake was like, oh, you respect me. All right. Man, I am absolutely wiped. It's about 8 o'clock and I'm ready to call it a night, or at least get in the tent and take a nap and then see. I don't know. I was feeling like crap. I'm like, why do I feel like I don't even know what's going on? And I was like, oh yeah, I woke up at 4:30 this morning. Yeah, not something that I do very often, so I think that it would be a well-deserved early rest. And we'll see what's on the docket for tomorrow. Probably get like 25 miles in, because the day after it's supposed to be storming all day, so I don't want to be out in thunderstorms, but I don't want to feel guilty for sitting around all day, so I need to put some miles in tomorrow. What a birthday. Thank you, Blanksters. It is currently day 7, which marks my 1 week point. I woke up at like 7, so I got like almost 11 hours of sleep, and I'm still pretty tired. So yesterday really took it out of me. My hands are they're hurting. To make a fist or to extend it feels weird. They just want to be just like this, paddle position. So hopefully tomorrow's rest day is going to help that. But today we got to go like 26, 27 miles to get to our state park campground, because it's supposed to storm all day tomorrow. That's right, that's fast moving water. We're gonna move in the next few days. All right, camp is pretty much packed up. We've got about 26 miles to go today. So that's still less than our average pace that we need of about 33, but that'll get us going pretty well. I'm hoping that with the current, it won't be too big of a problem. It is already about 9 o'clock, but the latest we've been to camp so far is like 5, and it doesn't really get dark. Sunset's at like 9:15, and it doesn't really get dark till 10, so we've got lots of time on the water if we need it. I truly feel like I am just hauling. Maybe that's not the case. It's also true that when the current's flowing, I don't paddle as hard, so that could be part of it, but I really feel like I'm just going incredibly fast. I am speed, as Lightning McQueen would say. So we shall see how long these 26 miles take me. I'm feeling okay. I got like 11 hours of sleep last night. I was whipped. I don't think the whole 4:30 thing is gonna become a tradition on this trip. I think if I could get on the water by 8 in this upper section, that'd be good. Maybe down south when it's hotter, maybe I'll do something funky where I wake up early and then take a nap or something. But yeah, if I wake up at 4:30 every day, I get pretty cranky by about 7 o'clock. So not gonna plan on that. Sign just said, welcome to Cass County, which I'm guessing we've been in before since we went through Cass Lake, but you never know. Some nice little bridges. So I just stopped for lunch and I'm making really good time, but since I started so late this morning, there's no way I'm gonna get to another campsite, because after my campsite, there's not another one for like 20 miles. And I was thinking about maybe pushing, but the difference is like 5 or so of those miles are lake travel, which makes it a lot harder and means I'm not going to be going the pace that I'm going right now. And even if I was, I wouldn't get there until like 8. So probably not going to do that. Just hope that the weather's okay tomorrow and that I can travel tomorrow. Get off my camera. So there's thunderstorms tomorrow and I have not been meeting my mileage goals. And I'm starting to kind of panic and feel like I'm either not gonna make it or every day is gonna kind of suck. And this forces me to make a decision on tonight whether I want to stay at the state park, which I wanted to stay at, or go an extra 3 miles to another campsite. All right. Made it to Schoolcraft, I believe. Gonna get out and take a look. I'm kind of hurting a little bit. But we shall see. Testing out the drinking water. At first I didn't get this thing to work, but I gotta say, the water is quite refreshing and maybe even clean. Alrighty, it's about 4 o'clock, 4:15 maybe. And I just refilled on water at this state park. Schoolcraft State Park, kind of mid. There was not a lot going on. The picnic area was pretty nice. The campsite area was not really that nice. I would much rather camp at the picnic area than the campsite area. So we're gonna paddle on down 3 miles to a new area, and hopefully that's okay. You probably can't see that. I appear to have made it to my, what is likely very buggy home for the night. The last 3 miles were really easy, so it's kind of a reminder in the future, like if I have a lot of miles left and things are getting really hard, just take a break, get some water, get some food. It can even be like a 40-minute break. If that's what's gonna get the miles in, then take it. I feel good right now. Like I could go more, but the next campsite isn't for another 16 miles. I can't do that. So I got to camp and I took a good look at my water jug, like why is it so yellow, and I realized that there's dirt all over it. Yeah, really just one of those things that you don't get when you're living in your house. So now I guess I have to do my best to not get contaminated with anything until I get more clean water, which obviously I do not have at this campsite. Do you think there's clean water here? No. Let's take a look at said contaminated water. Now, the good news is that I have gotten all my water from approved sources that are on the map, so it likely was yellow like that at some point, probably yesterday when I got done crossing Winnibigoshish, and I didn't really realize how yellow it was. Hopefully it just still clean, it's just got some dirt in it. Rub some dirt on it. That's what I'm doing for my intestines. Clean them out. Anyway, it looks like a fine site. Hopefully we can move tomorrow though. And lest I forget, our daily recap. Today I traveled about 29.6, we're just gonna call it 30 miles. It was probably the easiest 30-mile day that I've ever had yet, so hopefully that just keeps coming and they get easier and easier. I am a little bit worried about tomorrow, so today, wow, I just killed a mosquito. Get a glimpse of that right there. A little bit worried about tomorrow because it's supposed to thunderstorm pretty much all day. Now, obviously, I am on a schedule and I'm already not getting the miles that I need to, even though today was pretty good. Taking a 0 day tomorrow would really kind of be a bummer. So hopefully there's a clearing in the middle of the day for a few hours and I can at least get a few miles in. But it's not looking good.